Hello, my first graders. Today I'm here to talk to you about letters. So we're going to start a new unit on writing letters. And so today we're going to go over types of letters. So when you think about writing a letter, we call it in first grade a friendly letter. And the reason why we call that is because there's going to be certain parts of a letter that we need to make sure we put into our writing. Right? There's a certain structure to how we write a letter. But when you think of letters, I bet the first thing you think about is when you get a card. Okay, when you get a card in the mail, right? You think of that as a letter, and that is a type of letter. It's usually more of a casual letter, but it gives us, it leads us to what kind of letters can we write to each other. Okay, so there's different types. Some ideas when you're trying to think of why am I writing a letter or who can I write a letter to, you have to think, well, what do I want to write about? What do I want to tell someone? Writing a letter is a way of communicating. It's telling someone something. And a lot of times we send it through the mail. Sometimes we can hand letters over to someone, okay? But it's a conversation. It's a way of talking to someone and telling them something. So some of the types of letters that we can write might be like a Christmas or holiday. Okay, so we just had Christmas, and you can think through and think, okay, well, we just had Christmas, or I just celebrated Kwanzaa or Hanukkah. I could write to somebody and tell them about how I celebrated. Okay, what did I do over the holiday? We also had that big break. You could tell them, what did I do over my break? Okay, so remember, a letter is just a way of talking to somebody. Instead of picking up the phone and calling them and say, hey, how are you? The letter is you writing down what you would want to say to somebody. Sometimes we send invitations. Okay, an invitation letter is a letter asking somebody to come over. Maybe you want them to visit you. Maybe you want a play date. You want them to come over and play. So you can write a letter to someone asking them to come over. We can write a thank you letter. People give us things. Maybe you received a gift. You can write a letter to someone thanking them for the gift. Tell them about the gift that they gave you, how you're using it, why you like it. Okay, so that's a thank you letter. Sometimes you want to write a letter to someone telling them they're doing a good job. It's just a way of encouraging them. Maybe you see that somebody's doing a great job on our Zoom meetings, or you see a family member who's done a really good job on something. Okay, you saw them working hard. So you can write them a letter and tell them about how you feel they're doing, that they're doing a good job. Maybe you want to encourage them to keep going. You can write an I love you letter, okay, especially to your family members, somebody in your family. Tell them about how much you love them and why you love them. Okay, so an I love you letter wouldn't just be like, I love you, I love you. It would be like, I love you. Thank you for making me breakfast in the morning. Thank you for helping me with my work. Or you can tell them what you love. I love how you tuck me in at night. It makes me feel good. Okay, so I love you letter is just telling somebody about how you feel. And then a letter just to say hi. So think about when you call somebody on the phone and you just want to talk to them and tell them about what's going on in your life. So a hi letter is just letting them know, hey, I just want to say hi. I want to see how you're doing today. Okay, so those are some different ideas for types of letters that we can write to people. Okay, we can write Christmas or holiday letter, an invitation, a thank you letter, good job, I love you, or just a plain old hi. So think about the different types of cards that you've gotten. I have a few here, right? An invitation asking somebody to come over. So when we do our letters, they don't need to be in a card form, and we're really not going to use card form. However, if you want to turn your letters that we're writing into cards and mail them out, you can. But a friendly letter is just a letter that we write down, and it has a certain structure that we're going to start going over. All right, boys and girls, I hope you enjoy letter writing.